All right. I think this thing is on. All right. There you go. Ayo, everybody. I'm Braxton Wise. This is Third Coffee Studio. All right. Anyway, our last let's get this going. Yesterday, I was messing around with some animation software. One of them I didn't like. The other one I couldn't really make a lot of headway in, but I liked it. We're gonna use that today. This is OpenToonz, and I have figured out the stuff that I was really wanting. Oh, Ayo, there, whoa, I see you there. That's nice. I was wondering. I was like, is he gonna be asleep today? I hope you slept well. I caught, yeah, early. That's right. You're just right there. All right. Let me get my head together. So, oh, Path of Exile. Well, fair enough. All right, let's get our stuff turned on. I'll get my tablet going. Alright, so tablet. Anytime today, tablet. There we go. So let's do... This is a tutorial thing I was doing, so let's do... Okay, just gonna go into the stuff folder. Now, why does this sound terrible? Hold on, my mic is really... There we go. It's that compressor. It's always a compressor dial. I need to fiddle with that every once in a while or it stops, I don't know, compressing. So anyway... Crap. Alright, so, what was I in the middle of? Right, so there were some things that I was wondering about. I was like, well, this has to be good, right? Studio Ghibli uses it. This is their stuff. They developed this. This is like a light version of how they make their stuff. But there's I'll show you. There's a thing that I missed. So... This is a new project, right? And we create a scene. I mean, this is a bouncing ball project, so we're just bouncing ball. Right. Scenes, right. Okay. Just make sure everything's fine. There. Okay. So here's how this works. The first time we do something, let's grab brush. The first time we do something in here, it creates a frame, which is called a level. And instead of folders, I think they were called folders before. I think now they're called columns. That's what this is. So it's a column. So layers are columns and frames are levels. And this is level A1. And we have different types of levels. Vector level, raster level, and a Toonz raster level. And I don't know what the difference is with Toonz raster level. I'm just letting it create the levels all by itself. So, hold on, let me get my There, that was a little bit loud. Bring it on back. Okay, so that's how that works. And here's how we do. If we go into 3D mode, what we're seeing is a 3D representation of the columns, you know, in like this. Except, I guess this is choosing like a side, like a top view, or, you know, like isometric or something, if you click those. Instead, what you do to move the thing around, you come way down here and click rotate, which is control space, or just control space. So you can move it like a 3D object. This cone, if you're used to 3D, working with 3D, then you know about the camera, and then this is your focal width or whatever for your camera, right? So we're showing the camera. I guess that's the red, and then it's centered right down the mark. Now, when you run an animation, what's freaking cool, and I don't even know why this is even useful. I mean, maybe it could help you visualize the columns if you have like many. But yeah, but really, just the best thing about this is just neat. That's all. It's just neat to watch your animation play like on a movie screen in front of you, when you can like move that around. The animation will play. I'll show you when we do this. We're gonna do a bouncing ball, and all right. Let's go out of this to our regular view. And here's another issue that I had. I was trying to believe. I was trying so hard to believe, because it also has like temporary shortcuts and neat stuff like that. And you lift back up, and there you go. Right? It's neat. Love it. But I was like, look, if this brush, man, if this is the best I get, I mean, come on, how are they doing how am I supposed to do like a whole thing? Do I make all the frames outside in some other software with better brushes? How do I get actual brushes I can use, not just this? It's not over here in your toolbox. Instead, it's over here, and this little thing that says raster instead of brushes, which it should say brushes, just, you know, letting you know. That would be the proper name for that tab. There we go. You have to wait for it. And here's your brushes. I got your brushes now, son. And so that's a complete game changer. This is the one we're using. This is a decent brush, actually. This is neat, because you know what? You know what this reminds me of? This pencil here. If anyone's an aficionado of drawing programs, this one reminds me of the pencil tool in Sketchbook. Do they still have Sketchbook, or did it become something else? This really does remind me of Sketchbook. I could just do that all day, so we're not going to do that all day. We're going to animate something, right? It's a warm day. We'll see if we can do. We'll do it. We always do it like 2 hours. Sometimes I get wrapped up and we do like 3. I'll tell you what, the Siler drawings were actually fairly well received. I bet as much as any of my frog drawings. Well, no, the frog drawings get more. The recent one, with the cartoon frogs, did get a few more likes. So that's good. That's neat. We're gonna lean into this animation stuff, I think. Alright, so B for brush, and should I leave this on? How do we turn that off? Camera box. There we go. Because that's kind of annoying. Alright, so I guess we do a bouncing ball. Yeah, it was, I mean, you know, it's nice. I think it's like things like that are good because it tells me which direction to go in. Why do art if nobody's gonna see it? Or if nobody gives a crap? Right? Mr. Atomic, we were just talking about how well Little Silo did on Blue Sky yesterday. And I have figured out how to animate today, so you're in trouble. You had this you had this thing, you were talking about how much stuff you had on your desk, so I had this vision in my head of you having like enormous objects, like impossibly large objects on your desk. You know, like an elephant standing on the corner while you're trying to stream. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and make that happen. I don't know about today, but I might. I might do. You can DM me a picture. And anybody. I mean, look, I love having reference, and I draw like everything I look at. So no matter what, I will probably sketch whatever anybody sends me, even if it's not on stream. Okay. And I love new reference. I love unique reference. Not just stuff that we find on the internet. In fact, it'd be neat if people would just take cell phone pictures and dump them into like a reference channel on my Discord. That way everybody could just use all of this like unique reference. I think that'd be neat. We'd have to have a separate channel. And we'd have to be careful to let, tell people, how to do that without doxing yourself. Because these are your cell phone pictures. Be sure whatever you're sending, whatever you're putting in there for reference for other people to use, make sure that it's, safe for you, above all things. So here we go. Okay, we're gonna do this, and I've now got like a little brush here, and I'm gonna look around this week. I have some work on my websites to do, like a whole ton of work to do, but I'm going to go through all these things and just go hog wild. I had no clue that it was way over here. I thought the brush access would be in this sort of Photoshop-y area here, so yeah. Anyway, let's go back. I want that up there anyway. So we'll do like here. That was quick too. Oh, I like the lights. I need to get some lights like that, because I don't like ring lights. They look stupid. That is a lot of stuff. My desk is actually fairly crowded. My monitors are all clamped onto the edges. Yeah, that's another thing. That you can see them in the shine of a person's eyes and in their glasses. Yeah, ring lights are terrible. I'm sure they use more power too than those LED. Those are LED panels, right? That's what I was looking to get. Because we will eventually. I will eventually. I need to stop talking like like the royal we. Does anyone get annoyed with that? If they do, nobody tells me. Of course, it's good. I take things like that personally sometimes, so if it's about my work, I could take it or leave it, but you know, like personal stuff, like why do you talk like that? You know, things like that are just, I take all that shit personally. Okay, I know. It's how it is. Okay, so we can move across with just arrow keys down here. And it shows the frames too. The little corners, we'll move that so we can see. These little gray corners are how long the thing is going to last. So it's expanding this one out to the right as we go. This is going to make a frame the moment we draw in it. And I'm going to draw something. Another ball. And this way I can come back here and show this. Now, I don't understand the difference between the top one. The top one says relative onion skin toggle, and the top one says fixed. I don't understand what part of it is fixed and what part is relative, but I'm just using the bottom one. That's what I got from the video so that I was watching. So we use the bottom one, and I'll figure out the difference between them later. We're not experimenting with that crap today. This stuff gets real complicated real fast, so we're not we're not messing with that on stream. It's like when I was trying to learn how to code on stream. It's insanely difficult. You can code in stream at the same time, but learning to code in stream, that's much harder to do. Okay, so now that I've got this, we can now see this in red. And if we do a head, we can do it ahead too. We can see the frame or what do you call them, level ahead of it in the next one over, except it's green. And this has got to be like a nightmare for someone who is red-green colorblind, because these would all be the exact same color. They would have no clue which one was which. It would all look like, you know, again, it would look like the same color. So I'm wondering if there's a way to change that color. Although I'm fine, but for future reference, I would like to figure that out. And I would like to figure out how to soften, like make a softer version of this eraser. Make a scratchy circle. Should make them at least consistent sizes. Any suggestion on a drawing thing that plugs into your computer? Not sure if it's a drawing tablet. Oh. Hold on. Let me try to get that sentence all the way into my head. On a drawing, I don't understand how the sentence just transitions into this thing that plugs. Oh, what, like the tablet? Oh, so you're asking about the thing that I'm using to draw with? It is a tablet, and it looks like this. That's basically a picture of it. Okay, yeah, so how do you use a pen? And you can draw on screen. Okay, I got you. So this is I hold the stylus, and where's a picture of it. This is a picture of it. Is what I'm holding right now. The one I have actually has two. It has a thin one. Also, it has two buttons on it. You can program to do other stuff. A Huion is the one that they use. A lot of people use the most. So that's probably the least expensive and most accessible. But this is what's used. It does not have a battery. It's capacitive. It's like using a touch screen on your phone, except it only responds to this. When it gets close to the tablet, it senses it, and then it sends signal up to here. But that's what I'm using. Also, a thing I should say, anybody watching this, OpenToonz does not work well with Windows Ink. So turn it off. Like in my thing here, this is just a software thing from my tablet, and I go to here, Windows Ink. That little button. Make sure if you have anything like this, make sure that's not checked. Because this gets glitchy and freaky with Windows Ink. It hates it. Hey, Strider. hey, we have a Siler and a Strider, and they're both the same color in chat as well. Although I don't know, is my chat box just showing everybody it's the same color? Maybe it might be my settings. Anyway, it's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. I hope I was answering that right. If I didn't, let me know. The tablet has a battery. The pen does not have a battery. Oh, and this one specifically has this. It's called a quick keys, and this is also wireless. It's all wireless, and this is what I use for my scroll wheel. That's the one thing. If you're using a tablet and stylus, you're gonna have to have some way of dealing with scroll, and sometimes it's like, you know, Control Alt and then push forward on the screen, and it makes a scroll backward and forward. So you might have shortcuts to deal with to make scroll happen if you're using a stylus. And then the other thing is you could have, you know, some kind of a shortcut device like this that has a little wheel built into it, and that's a physical wheel that turns. Of course, this is all programmable, but the main point is I never use it for anything other than that wheel. So you'll have to figure out some way of scrolling, and yeah, if you don't have something built in that does that. Because a lot of stuff uses middle mouse and scroll a lot. Let's see. Hold on. We move it back. Alright, there we go. So you can see it's green. The next one is green, actually, in the timeline, and you can move it to any. You can refer to any one of them, ahead or behind. It doesn't have to be the one directly in front or before it. My circles are getting smaller too, weirdly enough. Like, it gets sort of elongated. This is way too small for this. I'm just doing this real fast, of course. That'll have to do. There we go. Okay, so here's how we're gonna control this. We're gonna leave the FPS the same, and we're also gonna have it go backwards too. So we're mimicking the bounce as it sort of flattens and mushes out, and then back up again. And I don't know what this. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is slow it down. No, first thing I would do is I think we copy this forward. There we go. So what this does, this swing button, is it takes these frames and repeats them backwards. So now it's down and up. So it's sort of going backwards through the thing, but laying it out in front of it. And it's reducing it by... I think we might have to remove a frame at the end, so it's not like a delay at the top. You know, where A1 is. Hey Tana Bean, we're animating today. It's my first animation in OpenToonz. Okay. This is just a bouncing ball for now, just so I can figure out what to do with this. I don't have a lot of animation experience, very little, and it was with pixel art in a different program. So we're kind of working from scratch, pretty much. Bouncing Amiga ball. Basically. Okay, so we're going to control this by clicking and dragging. Now we can move these by grabbing this little gray bit next to the frame. So when we click the frame, we're level. There's a little gray handle next to each one. And I can click and drag that over. And what that does is it repeats that, or it makes it last or persist for more frames. So if we go back and just play that, so now we have extra frames at the beginning. And if it's moving too slow, so we'll turn that off and drag that back over, because there's an easier way to add all the frames. If I can grab a hold of this, there we go. What, did it create an extra frame there? Let's see if we can delete that. There. Is that what? Oh, okay, we ended up with an extra frame. I think we're safe now. So now I'm going to click down here, not on the gray handle, but just in the middle to select everything. And we hit these 1s, 2s, and 3s. What this will do is basically multiply them. So 1s would bring it back to what we've got now. These would be 1s, and we go 2s, and now it created a second frame for each automatically. So then this will now just be, we've slowed it down because of just adding extra frames instead of like lowering our frame rate. That ball needs to be adjusted a little bit. And that's another thing I want to do today. I want to just sort of mess around with this. We'll draw another mini Siler, and we'll make his mouth move. Oh, I need to install FFmpeg or FFmpeg, whatever it is, so that I can export this as a GIF and as a MP4. And I will do that later today after stream. I do have VLC, but I use another player actually. But VLC does work with OBS, by the way, in case anybody was wondering about how to play back video, like preloaded video or GIF files and stuff. It will play those things with VLC. Like a VLC path in OBS will autoplay those things. That's what we did with the GOG screens. We had this thing. They had like this animated smoke thing we had to do for our background and the goodbye screen, stream ending screen, and you had to link that or use VLC in order to do like the preloaded video. It is great for that stuff, but I have found for just personal videos, playing regular videos, that Pop Player is the best. It just VLC works like perfectly with OBS, but I use Pop Player for everything else. VLC is almost unbreakable though. That thing is like really solid and bug free as far as I can see. Right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna turn these back on. Turn on this one and this one. No. We'll do because this is the actual where the frame changes, isn't it? Of course it doesn't matter, does it? Because it's still just a copy. So, let's see. We will make adjustments. To these things. Maybe line them up a little better. Of course, I'm not doing a very good job of this one. I could ink over it a little bit. Also, I need to figure out how to soften up this eraser a little bit. How do we get into these eraser settings? Maybe it's hardness? No, because hardness has to do with the anti-aliasing, right? Yeah. It has to do with anti-aliasing. We go way down. To make us a softer edge. So then, that selection tool, I don't understand how that would be, why the eraser would have like a rectangular mode. I don't understand pencil mode for this. There has to be some way to adjust the pressure of the eraser tool. Is there no editing of these tools? There's an eraser over here. Is that the one? Well, I thought I saw an eraser over here. I am, well, I didn't do all of them. Like in a bit ago, I just did a thing where it added an extra frame. It sort of doubled up all the frames. So there are ways to get it to inject extra frames. And this over here, the level strip or something, I think this is called. This is basically a log file of the drawings you've made. This is their exposure. So, like, I could delete one of these, and it wouldn't show, but it would still be over here, because we still drew it, and it still gets registered and kept here. It's just not getting exposed, so we don't see it. So you can grab it and drag it back over, and replace it if you want. So this is just, over here on the right, is where it's just storing all the stuff you've made. And the timeline down here is what's actually being shown. So let's adjust the size of this. I still need to figure out how to soften the harshness of this eraser a bit, but it'll work for what we need today. Oh, also, in answer to the question if we have to draw all the frames individually, there's another thing that we can use. And Siler, you do, you know, Blender and stuff, so you'll appreciate this. You can rig them with bones, with 2D bones. So then you can move those around in the same way that you would rig a, you know, like a character in Blender for putting it in a game. I'm loving this pencil tool right now. So glad I watched that tutorial. And let's see, we can also do this. Like that, and I can line them up and move it around to create like a delay by putting them closer up or closer together up here, and make it seem like it's moving faster by making more of a gap between them below, like that. So just these basic tools are kind of all you need, I think, and that's very powerful. This really makes it much easier. Zoom in the frame, stretch the frame forward. In here, you can put a new frame. Right. Hi, helpful. Help us, Obi-Wan. Oh, that's right. I remember. How are you doing today? That's your new account? Wait, did your other account not get reinstated? Let's see, would the workflow be to sketch out each frame, and once you're happy, go back and paint and color? I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. This doesn't have those kind of layers. Oh, right? So that's another thing. It doesn't have those sorts of layers. Like if I'm painting in Clip Studio, I'm assembling the entire piece with layers to do one drawing. That's interesting. You also animate. Nice. Do you use this program? I still have to remember your original name because that's how I remember you. And Toon Boom Harmony. Okay. This is the OpenToonz, which Studio Ghibli developed. Which is what made me try it. I was like, well, if this is what they use, I mean, I think this is an open source version of what they use, but I thought, there must be something good in it. It seems cool so far. Oh, really? You quit using it? Oh, well, the bug may have been fixed so far, by now. That might have been the thing where it has a problem with Windows Ink, which it disabled it now, I think. But I haven't had a problem with it so far. But of course, we've only been using it for like today's the second day, so there's still time for the bug to show up if they haven't fixed it. Really? Well, like mine has smoothing on, doesn't it? I think this one has a little bit. Well, I didn't notice it yesterday when we had it on. But you're saying it'll if you have smoothing on, then it will flicker the whole time you're using the brush, like every time you make a stroke. Okay. Where's the smoothing level on this brush? Does it even have one? If we go back to This one, it has a smoothing thing. But it hasn't, okay, so it's almost 6. Or, you know, effectively 6. And it's not really doing anything. Although I don't understand the pencil thing. Maybe the pencil thing doesn't have smoothing? Because then the option goes away when you're using the pencil brush. I'm gonna have to look into why that is. There must be something different about the tool that disables the smoothing ability. Okay, so when you do it at high levels then? No. Ooh, that's a nice line too. Although we need to change our DPI because well, I guess when it's processing, these little breaks and things will probably smooth out when it renders, but I don't know. We'll have to fix that. So seems fine. Still nothing. I think they fixed it. Yeah. Wow, that's some slow movement. But I think it's fixed. Which is cool. Okay. But so far it seems okay. I would love to know why this doesn't have smoothing as an option. We'll get fancy. We'll do another bouncing ball. We'll do another one where it's bouncing all over the place. It's all I want to mess with today. I know it's just a ball. It's not sexy, right? But still. Here, let's line that up a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to do the thing where we're inking on top of it, because that's the thing that Siler stumped me with a bit ago, where the whole workflow of this, like we do the sketch part, but how do we like overlay a thing onto it and ink it, and put like a layer within the within the level. Oh wait, was that what you were at? I think that's what Kumar was saying. Is to stretch that out and add a frame inside of it. Zoom into your frame, stretch the frame forward. I don't know how to do that. If that's what you're saying, you can put a new frame. But are they stacked up so that they will show one through the other? So it'd be like a layer on top where I can ink it. That's what I'm looking for. Also, let's see what this does. Let's just come down here and right click on something. This would create a new level, right? Inside. Okay, hold on. Maybe that's what we're doing. Here, can we back up through that process and try exploring this again? New level, which is a frame. It's gonna ride in parallel. No. B. But I just deleted it. No, I went backwards to it. No, you can't just eat up the you can't just eat up my ability to make another one. Like I undid it, but it kept it as permanent. Does that mean it's in here then? Did it just eat that? Okay, then how about we do this? Because it ate that up and it's in there somewhere, lodged awkwardly. And we have to try and dig it back out, apparently. So... Oh, I don't get it. Because it's not going to let us make another one of the same name. That's weird. Okay, well, I'll put it on the list. I'll have a look at it over the week. I don't know, my brain is stuck on the fact that it won't let me make remake the level B. I don't want a level C. That's gonna freak me out. I'm gonna get freaked out because there's a level C and a level A, and then there's no level B, and I'm gonna have like like obsessive issues over it. I really don't want to make a level C. It really is giving me issues. Well, we made I don't know. I'm trying to add like an inking layer, so like an extra layer on top of this, where I can match them up, do that, and then delete the pencil layer. Because that's my issue, is how we're gonna do this, and then add in the, you know, like ink over all the penciling and stuff. Or we're just doing regular. We're doing raster. I don't know. I had no clue. There it is. I'm gonna freak out. Like, I already can't handle the fact that there's no B on the page. And there has to be something. There has to be something in here. But it's gone now, but it's pretending like like it's still there. So that's freaking me out now. I'll have to spend all afternoon figuring out where that other file went. So if we do this, okay, and if we do this, we'll go into this mode. Are we just gonna see? No. It doesn't show both of them in there, which is weird. But I suppose this is how you would do it. And then I guess hide the column underneath. Or however direction. I guess it would be this one. This one's in front. I mean, here's a camera, so this is probably placement. Right, so if I go to the brush, grab that, so you could ink, I guess, on top of it. Although we don't have any smoothing. So you could ink over your sketch and then just hide the one that's underneath it. Like the whole level. But it doesn't hide. That's the other thing. Wait, we're there. So if we do that, this doesn't seem to have any effect. It's strange. You think you know something about a program, and then it just throws you another curveball. Like now I'm stuck again. I don't know why those don't work. Like the visibility doesn't seem to toggle off. It's still there. Can we delete that? It just deletes what's on it, but the page is still there. If we remove that, it's still going to be there. I'm going to have to really work on how to dig these things out of there. Because I don't like the fact that things just get permanently stuck without being able to manage all the extra bulk that gets caused by all that. That's another weirdness, that this is just so strange. Like this does not toggle visibility at all. So what's it toggling then? Pencil. Just make it drop further. I want it to be sort of water droppy as it hits the ground. This has to grow. Okay, let's do this. This is where they go backwards. So we'll have to get rid of the other ones. Alright, and then let's see if we can just get rid of these. It's kind of wide. It gets really flat at the bottom. It's maybe a little too much. Yeah, probably too much. Make it thinner too. Maybe keep more of the shape and flatten the bottom. Yeah, you know what? That's good. I like that. Have more rounded on the top. Uh-oh. That's as neat and tidy as that's getting today. Okay, so drag that out and to select everything and swing it. Okay, there's a problem. We have an extra one. Okay. Where did you come from? Man, people are still firing fireworks. a little straight line underneath it, almost like a little shadow, just so it looks like it's. See, like hitting the ground a little bit, like a touch of a shadow, like a contact shadow. Okay. I like that as it is. So we could play around with that. And move the frames. So these two are nice and close, so that would create like a little bit of a delay. And so how about we take this one? Let's grab the selection tool and we will drop that down. You know, it's probably better to have it go out to there. Stop. There. That way it straddles the frames better. They're close and further away, then further away. And then closer together. Like right on top of each other. When it hits down here, that. Right. Line up the bottom edge with that. Because that's the point where it touches the floor. Nice. Look at that. I'm really happy with that today. Right there, I could end the stream and just be completely happy. Grinning from ear to ear. Although I have to figure out how to ink this stuff and figure out why these... like how to deal with the extra columns. But I feel like this is what we would do to ink it, is to have like another row, or have like I guess another column, where we would ink that column, paint that column, and then just remove the initial column, or the later column. I guess we have to put one before it though, because if the camera level goes in the direction I'm looking at, then column 1 is seen before column 2. But there's probably some other advanced features that I'm not knowing about yet. I mean, it took me forever just to figure out raster. with these, you know, with some cool brushes that you can use. I was like, wow, are we really gonna have to deal with this brush all the time? This brush, really? That looks good. I'm like really freaking, I'm a little too happy with that. A little bit too happy. A little too proud of myself. Can't have Braxton all putting on airs. Getting all uppity. Hey, woo woo. I want to do that, though. I want to do little small ones. Would that not be like the perfect thing for like short form, like TikTok and YouTube Shorts? Stuff that isn't AI slop. Even if they're wiggly, sketchy cartoons. I love the idea of that. I want to do that. I want to do that a lot. And we're going to make a mini Siler. Ooh, are we doing that today? Alright, well, hold on. Let me do this. I'm too in love with that. I'm way too in love with this. So, okay, I guess that's it for that. You know what? I think we have to do like I think we have to remove the final frame though, because there's like a bit of a hang in the air. Can we not choose both? Oh, we can do it by sliding. Right. Did that cause a problem? And that does some freaky thing. So. It's weird. Why is it going back? It's going a couple of frames at the end. It's so strange. So many things I don't understand about this program, but I don't know why it does that. Why it overshoots. That's what it's doing though. So it's saying no current level. So I'm not certain what's making that happen. We'll highlight that and then play. Nope, still doesn't. I know, I guess we leave it there until I figure out why it does that. Which will be later today. We could test it though before removing him. Move the thing here. Whatever the... Yeah, that's what should happen. So if we do that first, then what if we remove those at the end? Okay. That's weird. Alright, so let's go one better. I guess that's how we have to set it up then. Alright, so how about we do a where's the ground zero? There we go. I'll put like a mark here, and we'll go through here. Darn, I wanted that mark to show. How do we do that? Do we do that all the way down here? It does not. How do I put a mark there to remind myself of where the floor level is? Alright, first of all, if we're going to do that, we have to get rid of these. Again. Right. And we'll go backwards through them instead. Because I don't have a real way of putting a mark on there that I'm aware of, at least. Crap, why'd you do that? What just happened? Let's move this over a little bit. That's so weird. Why does it do that? Oh, maybe because we're touching on something where there's no frame. I mean, where there's where the original frame is not. Right, because that's where the original frame is, and that's the duplicate. I don't know. Yeah, let's do that. Crap. I wonder if I could copy and paste that bit. It doesn't matter, we're almost there. Let's make it smaller. If we're going next level, okay? If we're going next level, and I'm gonna be like a pro animator. Here, it's all fuzzy. Let's grab this other pencil tool. It's a sharper edge. Because it'll make the shadow smaller. Crap. Okay, here we go. Swing it. Oh wait, you guys gotta stretch the thingy. There we go. Whatever they call these little points. Playback start marker. Okay. There you go. Like, look at that. Imagine a tooltip somewhere. Imagine tooltips. Looking at you, Synfig. What do you think? I'm okay with this. Tooltips are for wimps, that's right. Stupid tooltips taking our jobs. Look at that. Oh, and here's a cool thing. Let me show you. See? If you go into 3D mode, you can see it on the screen, on the viewer, bouncing up and down. It's pretty cool. I don't know what the purpose of this thing is, but it's neat that you can do that. I guess just because it's satisfying. Yeah, well, I gotta figure out how to get rid of the remnants and how to deal with you know, like creating an inking layer and all that. Of inking and painting layer. Well, you can, but I mean, it's not really parallax. The layers are going to be like, you know, you're going to have like a background level or a column. They're columns. You have like a background area and a foreground and a middle ground, but this is just showing you where they are in placement, basically. Because you're going to have them, but this is just a different view of it, that's all. So I don't know what the view is for. I mean, it helps you visualize where they're sitting. But in this case, I don't understand what the tool part of this is, other than just to show you all the different things moving. You know, outside of just looking cool. Because it looks cool. Yeah, okay. Or maybe there's ways to move them and do the parallaxing, like maybe that's a thing. Maybe that is so you can parallax. I just don't think of this. I don't think you can parallax in this one. You can do that in Grease Pencil. That's the one. Blender Grease Pencil. That's the one I think of when I think of parallaxing. And Grease Pencil has gotten good. We are gonna learn how to do Grease Pencil. Look, everybody, get ready, because I'm gonna start up Blender again. Not today, but we're gonna get back into Blender and start working on Grease Pencil, because that could be really freaking cool. First of all, Grease Pencil is a way of drawing 2D in a 3D space. And you can stitch these 2D things together to build 3D things and have a 3D camera move around them. Another thing is that you can use it for parallaxing. It's really freaking cool. So we are doing that. Man, I'm just pleased as punch with this. So should we do like a mini siler as I am still obsessing on? We turn the ball into a frog. I don't know how to do a hopping frog. I have never drawn a hopping frog before. I don't know if we can do that today. Let's do I don't know. We'll start another project. Do they keep these in tabs? Here, let's save first. Where's the button for a new project? Maybe we had to clean or kill this project first? Oh, that's weird. I don't see a thing for a new project. Project management, new project. Okay, it's way down here. I was expecting it to be at the top. Do you want me to turn the ball into a frog? I guess we could okay. Are you wanting me to just do a second project or turn the ball into a frog? We could do that. Maybe I was just misinterpreting. Okay, well we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that. Alright, well then how do we do that? How do we turn this into a frog? Okay, first of all, let's bring down that pencil point a little bit. We have to do some kind of a preliminary frog here. We'll just do like a silhouette. the world's wonkiest frog. Tell you what, the frog server is gonna be loving this shit. They will just lose it. I know my people. Trust me. Is this what the frog's gonna look like? Okay, well, I guess this is him. This be he. Arr. Oh, let's do hold on. Let's do this. Go back to ones so it's easier to edit. And we'll hopping towards the, well, we have to do side view first because it's going to be like hopping towards the camera. Okay, let's sketch that out for a second. It would be way small, and I like that idea too. Like small hop. It'll be in the distance, but it'll be like perspective lines, right? Coming at us this way. So like this, instead of straight at the camera. You shouldn't really do things directly at the camera. So if we do it like that, and he'll be small, bigger, and bigger, and bigger. Right? Is that what you were thinking? I want to do him sideways first, although we don't have much time today. Here, let's I like this idea. Select. Oh wait, let's grab select again. We'll move him up there and put like a little dot. That way I know where he's going to be at to reference him with the ball. Now he's not going to have the deformation that the ball would. If the camera is following him like a chase cam, but in front, I guess. Oh wait, okay, hold on. So is he's hopping toward us, but not from a distance? Okay, that might be harder for me to. It's a little bit harder for me to visualize at the moment. But I get what you mean now. I like that one too. Oh, that's right, because if we do it from the background, he's going to hop forward and then hop backward. That's right. It's still gonna be difficult. because that's way more than this. Like this, I can just draw a side view of this derpy frog and move him through the air and flatten him out slightly at the bottom and then back up again. That'd be easy. But the other one, I have to draw a more complex thing, because if he's like this, yeah, it would take a while for me to figure out how to draw from this angle. It's going to be like a lot of body movement, because then as he lifts up, then his body has to get longer and taller. I would have to even practice the angle that we're working on him with, because that's a tough angle. Because even here we'd have to lift up. Well, I can't even get like a basic frog going. We could do it sideways instead. Have him just hop. But then have the floor move underneath him. Well, you'd have lines like this, so we can have him hopping this way, but the problem is we still have to draw the intermediate frame. So this one, and then where he lifts up. Like his body. Lifts up. Like that. And then another one where he's up more. Have to have the legs come out like that. Feet. And then have to be another one where the feet pull up. You know, where the legs come up and tuck underneath them, and then yeah. Right, and then he pulls them up completely, and then we would reverse them back down. But that can't happen today. That's a ton. That's so complicated. That's too much for today. It's too much for today. But I like that. And the thing is that my frog brethren would just lose their minds over this. I know they love this. They would love this. What is this? Well, this did something, and I accidentally hit a button. So now I don't know how to make it undo it. Why not go away? Why not just stop? Stop. Do I have to delete this entire project now? Because I don't know what this thing just did. And I don't know how to undo it. There. Somehow mercifully it went back. It would look awesome, but we'll do this on another day. Because that's the thing where, like, we're pretty much at the end of, like, the normal stream time. This is the thing where we have to start off with a concept to figure out what the frog looks like. And we got to start at the very beginning of the stream and spend the whole stream drawing, like, working on him in different positions. But it will be fun, so we are going to do that. It's gonna be neat. Well, then what do we do with this frog? What do we do with this one? We can try it with this one. He's just hopping up and down and not moving forward. Let's see, can we... Do we have to redraw him? Yes, but what I'm going to do instead, we're going to do like an easy way. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but what I'm going to do is draw him. I'm just going to trace him here, and then select him out and drag him down, and change him a little bit. Mr. Coolish. We're animating today. We'll do this a different way on the next frame. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's this freaking weird ass tool. Screw you, whatever you are. Messing with me. Like that. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put a dot where I want this one at. And then delete or erase this. So there's less to deal with. Then I can center them up a little bit. You like the eyes? Well, we're just throwing it in there real quick. Let's see. How do we? Maybe we make his body a little shorter. How do you do the legs? How's that? Huh? Best frog ever, right? You know it. You know you're all jelly. Of this beautiful frog specimen I'm drawing right here. Like, Braxton, how can I draw shitty frogs like you do? Well, we'll put it in a video. I'll make a course. A video course. Of course. So that's where I want him to be, although that's on the wrong frame. I need to do it on the frame before. That might be more helpful. To put the dot on the green, so we don't need it there. That way, I can move him down. Yep, wrong. There, wrong tool. Like that. Good. Then we can go back and erase the dot. Okay, but this is where he is going to be next, so I'm going to put a dot on this one in the middle of that ball, so that when we get over here, I can erase this. Trace him off, make an edit, and then drop him down to center him on that, and then continue. Oh, we're almost there too, not too many frames left. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Coolidge. Okay. I think this is going to go over well on Blue Sky. I'm going to have to, again, I have to put this out there on, what? Okay, I could export this as a GIF. That'd be easier to export to Blue Sky, wouldn't it? Yeah, I still need the M something peg. Whatever it's called. FFmpeg something something. And when we come back this Friday, we're going to do a mini Siler, and we'll make him talk. We'll animate him. Okay, next frame. Let's tilt him a little bit more, like here. Oh, I didn't even finish this one. Hold on. I'm drawing on the wrong one. No. I know what was wrong with me. Stop doing that, Braxton. Here. Pointy feet. See? There. Okay, he's where he needs to be. Right. That's what that dot's for. There, just about. Legs are looking freaky. Alright, let's put a dot right there. You'd think this would be tedious. I'm not really feeling it. I'm just zoning out. Let's move him down and get rid of this. the target zone. Oh, maybe that's in the cleanup area. Oh, there are extra tabs in here. Right? So maybe maybe that's how you do it. Is in the cleanup area. I don't know. Like to be able to do like your final lines and stuff? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe we'll figure it out. It's gonna take more tutorials. Oh shit. Hold on, stop. Stop. Okay. That's what it look like when we slow it down. You don't have to do that. There. I was hoping that, see, it does like tiny increments if you touch inside of here. I was hoping I could just get it to jump to that spot. There we go, that's a softer edge on the eraser. Here, let's get rid of this one first. That's an inconvenient eraser. And line up the back foot. Let's move you down. You're already there, pretty much. Just bring the body down a little bit more. Let's change that. Crap. Crap. How do we make that stop? Here, turn the, there. That's the only question. How do we make it stop? We have to redo it, though. Forgot to dig this out first. Oh, he needs to be different. Crap. I have these messed up. I think we have to grab him. Right, that was the problem. I have to ink him a little, or pencil him a little darker in spots at least for the eyes. I'm not gonna polish this before we do anything with it, but still. Okay, now let's do this. Swing them. And twos. Yeah, change the length here. He doesn't really hit real hard down here, but he, you know, I don't know if that's terrible for, you know, a first animation. Okay, anyway. Guess that's it for today. Everyone have a really great day. I will be back on Friday doing, I guess, more of this.